Hi YouTube, I'm Aiman, and today I learned something new, and that is how to cut a copper pipe. So today my dad was working on fixing the plumbing for our hose, and I saw him just twisting this thing over here, this contraption, and I was like, oh, what is that? And he's like, it's to cut this pipe, and I was like, what is this? So this tiny mechanism is kind of like a way to cut the copper pipe. So the way it works is that you twist it around, and on the inside, if you look right here closely, there is a small blade that goes through the pipe. And since copper is a bit hard to cut through using your hand, you have to keep tightening this so that the blade goes deeper and deeper each time you cut. And then after many times of twisting, eventually the copper pipe will come off. You just gotta make sure you don't get your hands cut. You have to keep tightening it every single time every few turns. And then eventually it'll come off. I think the last time I tried this, it was around a minute or two to finally come off. You gotta tighten it every time that it feels loose. And eventually it should come off. You know, I'm an aspiring inventor, right? And I've never heard of this invention. The first time I saw it, I was like, oh my god, that's a pizza cutter for a copper wire. And it kind of is the same thing, since it has a circular blade. It's pretty cool how they come up with these inventions, these contraptions that help us do work easily, or help us do things that usually we'd use machines to do. Like, when I saw my dad cutting a copper pipe, I was like, why don't you just use like a table saw? But, oh, see? Cut right through it. And I guess, so, oh, you can see how clean the cut is, too. So, looking at the actual cutter, you can see that there's this circular blade here that, as you spin it, it cuts through the pipe. So what this tightening does is, it's like a vise, basically, where it keeps going tighter into the pipe, which allows it to cut deeper. So it works like a vise would be an apt way to describe it. So as you rotate it, eventually it cuts deeper and deeper, and eventually it cuts through the pipe entirely. And that's a pretty cool invention. It's so tiny, and I guess the best things come in the small packages. Alright, so everyone loves power tools. And this is my dad's favorite tool. It's one of my favorites as well. However, I wouldn't use it when trying to cut this copper pipe here, because it's not going to be as clean as this tiny little tool here. So, just demonstrating it, you want to wear these glasses if you don't wear glasses. Safety glasses come first. So you see how clean this cut is? Let's try it with the dremel. And my hand's not as steady, so we'll just do it like this. And as I'm doing it, there are metal fragments just blowing into my arm. I guess if you want to build some muscle, then you can also just use a saw. We're not going to demonstrate with the copper pipe with a broom. Probably be as clean as the tool. However, I think what you need to do first is you might want to get a score first before you can actually start sawing, and I think that would be a bit hard. So I definitely recommend this tool than saw, unless you want to build muscle, of course. Alright, so we're at the end of the video now, and I just wanted to share with you this really cool invention that I discovered, and I didn't know about it, and my mom didn't even know about it, and it's been in my dad's toolbox for years. So this video was just to share with you this really cool invention that I found today. And, you know, because sometimes manual tools are better than power tools. And this nifty little invention, like I said, sometimes the best things can come in the smallest, most unassuming of packages. I'm Aiman, and thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and look at other videos on EYeOnAiman. Especially in the future, I'll probably do like tour reviews like this as well. Signing out. Peace. By the way, the reason that my dad had this in his toolbox is not because of plumbing originally, but he used it on golf clubs, you know, to replace the shaft. So I guess now we use it for copper plumbing, and I guess that's a really useful application now. Back when my dad bought it, it was around $6, and now it's around $12. But compared to a power tool like this, which is like $100, I guess that's definitely not a lot. Definitely worth it.